my body is ready.
Oh,
and right now,
no.
my body wants to talk about Pikmin 3, which you just saw during the press
How am I
conference.
supposed to respond when you set it up like that? Okay, so we've been waiting a few years for Pikmin 3.
Yeah.
It was confirmed like 2 E3s ago by Shigs. And now we finally get to see it with like this charming introduction. I'm giddy.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly, judging by the footage that they showed on the screen there, they're certainly not reinventing the wheel
it's
when it comes
Pikmin.
to Pikmin. You say Pikmin, I say Pikmin. I mean, I'm correct and you're wrong, but that's fine. What I'm most interested in this game is what they're going to do with that secondary screen on there, because like they said, it is a strategy game, and the thing about real-time strategy games is that you have to have just a constant source of information and visuals about what's going on there. So if you can be like super zoomed in on the TV and then have like a larger map on the smaller screen, that's going to help tremendously.
It sounds like a small thing, and I'm sure people would poo-poo it as like, oh, this is nothing. But it actually is important because you have 4 characters at once, they said.
Right.
And in Pikmin 2, you had 2 characters, and switching between them was kind of confusing because you didn't know their relationship all the time. So that's actually going to be integral to the experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the only other new feature we saw was they can knock away shells of enemies. So
the suicide bomber Pikmin.
Yeah, which we've wanted for years.
Of course.
So they didn't show like a lot new.
Right.
But I guess you kind of expect that because it's a strategy game, and I guess just having new types will open up new possibilities for tactics, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm concerned about the possibility of motion control in this game because you might forget, but that Wii U remote actually does have motion control technology inside of it, and if they use that in any capacity, I will be frightened.
That is
I mean,
true.
they could pull it off, but chances are...
Because I think some of the demo was... But then they said when you can use the traditional gamepad, I was like, oh, maybe it won't have motion. So I'm worried now that you mentioned this.
And so did they mention anything about co-op?
They did not mention co-op, and they did not mention competitive, and that was something that made Pikmin 2 special, because it was like 3 distinct modes, and all of them were great.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we learn more about that in the future, and I hope we get this at launch.
Yeah.
Because I just want to play this more than any other Wii U game.
Sounds good to me.